We just act like we don't exist. But it's still our life, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to spend holidays. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Good morning, everyone. It is 9:20. It is time to get started. Let's see. Yep, we got a good amount of people on here. Yep, hope everyone had a great weekend. So excited for a short week. Today we're learning about ancient Maya and the calendar. But before we get started, if you're in my class, you'll see a new thing on Monday's page. I have added a little link to our Charger Roundup since that seems like it's going to be an ongoing thing these days. So let's go ahead and watch our Charger Roundup from Friday.
Live when it was recorded from Aiden Grifton High School, it's the Charger Roundup with Dr. Taylor and the administrative team.
Everybody, and welcome to our edition of Charger Roundup, where we're going to review everything that's happened at Aiden Grifton this week. So let's start it off. If anybody saw WITN the other morning on Wednesday morning, we had a teacher who was on TV.
Yeah, Teacher of the Week.
Teacher of the Week. And if you did not see her, she was on TV. Anybody want to guess who it was?
It was Miss Lindsay
Miss
Joyner.
Lindsay Joyner was the Teacher of the Week, and you can see her. She was on TV on Wednesday. So we got some great teachers here at Aiden Grifton, so that's so exciting. Speaking of great teachers, we also have great students. We did the Great Escape on Monday. Mr. Lincoln kind of where you want to talk about what the Great Escape was?
The Great Escape was Mr. Lincoln and some teachers around the school got together and invited in our virtual students so that the virtual students could get some socially distanced face-to-face time with peers, because it's really hard when you're online being all by yourself. And then we got them in. I believe they got to do some tie-dyeing a map. Yeah, played some cornhole.
And everybody got a prize. Everybody went home with a prize, and they had a great time. And if you didn't come, you missed out. You should have come.
And they had great food. They had a whole
pizza. They were able to take home the food.
Stay tuned for future opportunities for our virtual students.
Right. So speaking of, we're going to go back to some of our teachers. You know, every week I say, nominate some of your teachers who you think deserve a positive teacher referral. And this week we had three. But we're only going to talk about two of the teachers right now. Two teachers, and they were Coach Tripp.
Yep.
And Miss Joyner again.
Miss Joyner again. So we had some teachers that
racking it up.
Joyner's like, she's on fire. And actually,
Coach Tripp is new to us.
He's
if you don't know.
He's a new coach to us. And somebody else who got a positive teacher referral, and I didn't tell anybody, was me. I was so excited. Yeah, I've had a student to email me and just thank me, and that really, really touched my heart, because I do a lot of things that to try to make Aiden Grifton the best high school there is, and I think it is. It is. It's an awesome school. That's right. So what else happened this week?
Today we had our academic breakfast for our A-week students. So went around, principal's list, honor roll, all A's and B's. That's what we're looking at. So we got a biscuit and some juice.
Yeah.
And if you did not make it, hopefully you'll be on that list next time.
That's right. So we can bring you some goodies. And so also today we have something big for our freshman academy students. Is we have Friendsgiving. And so you want to talk a little bit about Friendsgiving? Do you know a lot about it?
I know a little bit about it. Friendsgiving is a project that the freshmen in Freshman Academy are doing, working with Mr. Moy and Miss Ewing and Miss Craig, who is Miss Ewing's intern. And they're working on organizing and doing something nice for each other. And they're also learning some etiquette, which they learned from Miss Jeanette. And it's real exciting. It's going on this week for the A League students, and next week it's going to be happening for the B League
Right.
students.
So today they're going to be having some Abrams food for delivered to them, and they're going to be sitting down and having Friendsgiving before Thanksgiving. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So also another thing that's been big this week is we've had Spirit Friday. So as you can today tell, today is holiday attire. I'm in my Christmas attire. So is Ms. Burlington. Mr. Hutchinson is not. Would you like to talk about your holiday attire?
Well, I just found out today that I happen to be previewing for the next week's holiday attire, which apparently is going to be camo and neon. But where I grew up, first day of hunting season was a holiday. However, it's not my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is the 4th of July. So, go America.
I got really scared for a minute. My favorite holiday is actually Halloween. I already told y'all that, but I had to go ahead and break out some Christmas. Now, like Mr. Hutchinson said, our next Spirit holiday, Spirit Friday, is December the 4th, and it is Camo and Neon Day. So we hope that you take advantage of this and dress up for the next Spirit holiday. So let's also talk about PBIS party that we got going on. That's today as well.
Today. And also,
I'll
there's
be
going
wearing
to be
holiday
it's gonna be
clothes.
first week of December.
I cannot participate. I hate it.
Because last week it was
Yeah, I might
bushy
can
and
tie
rainy,
in some.
so
But
hopefully the weather will be
it
better.
will have to
Today
revolve
we're
around
having
Christmas
the PBS
attire.
pool party. Ms. Burton, why do you remember the criteria
might
why
figure it out.
students get to go to PBS?
Well, they couldn't have it in this one, although you shouldn't have it in this one. No absences.
Less than 2 absences. Yeah.
Couldn't have any of those either.
That's right.
Yeah.
The virtual stuff has been really difficult for our students. They've been having absences, but a lot of students have found out they're just not doing well with virtual. So they need to come face to face. So you need to make sure you're doing what you need to do so you can come to our bowl parties. They're going to have some fun and games and snacks and things like that today, this afternoon. They get out of class. They do. So, and they're allowed to do that. So they're not like skipping. So that's even awesome. Yeah. So as you know, also we have Talk It Out Thursdays. You know, I can't remember. Is this our fifth, sixth? I always mess that up. Anyway, Talk It Out Thursday.
Yep.
We have some questions. Do you remember what some of the questions were?
Were we asking about the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. What was one thing you would want for the zombie apocalypse? What would it be, Ms. Burlington?
I want to be able to kill. He's gonna kill all of them, and I just didn't mess with her.
So she wants to make sure that she's with her. Ms. Burlington, what do you want for the zombie apocalypse?
I want Mr. Skinner's dad to take me in because I don't know that much about farming. So good.
Coach Skinner wanted to help him to lay the land. And I told you, I really didn't know anything that I would want him to learn this because I know like guns, run out of bullets. I don't know, but then I do want food, so maybe I should stick with y'all.
I can make that sound.
And then, of course, the Talk It Out Thursday, Bryant, she is the one who won the Talk It Out Thursdays this week, so she got a gift card to that.
Yep.
So just a couple of reminders also for our seniors.
Coming up, still have yearbook deadlines for you seniors. Baby pics and quotes. And Smith and the Media Center. When do they got to get? Yeah, the pictures.
November 30th.
November 3rd. We are doing some social emotional learning activities for staff as well as the students here at Aiden Griffith. One thing that we did this week or this month, helpful hands. And we had the staff, what we said is, can you trace your hand and tell us about how your hands help others? And, some staff participated in that.
Yep.
So, Mr. Hutchinson, how does your hands help others? Or what do you think about?
My hands, I have healing hands. I'm really good at helping people get healed up, doing first aid, and as we sometimes need around here, somebody needs a Band-Aid. And a lot of times, I provide a Band-Aid.
Also, another thing, he hangs the TV. FYI for that. Ms. Boyd, what are some of your things that you said for your helpful hands?
My helping hands is giving advice about the future of your life.
Yeah.
High school, what you gonna do?
Yeah, so we had teachers who did the helpful hands. I'm going to go to their wheel and let's spin, and we're going to give the teachers who participated in helpful hands, because not everybody participated, we're going to give them a prize. And we're going to give away 3 prizes to our teachers, and the first winner is Fairfoot. Miss Fairfoot, you're going to get a prize. Let's spin the wheel again. And your second teacher is Mr. Butterworth, and he's going to get a prize. And we're going to spin the wheel one more time. And it is Miss Wood. Miss Wood is going to get a prize as well. So that's awesome. And also, y'all know that we started something within our newsletter. We want to make sure our parents and our students are reading our newsletter because we have so much good stuff going on in Griffin. We have so many deadlines and things like that.
And we share it, we put it out there. So this is just a little self-check to see if you are in the running for In the Know every week.
So we put this little survey in the newsletter. Are you in the know? Simple little survey. We had, actually, let me tell you. So the first week I only had 4 parents to fill it out. Second week, only 3. This week I had 32 parents.
Woo! Good job.
Good. Way to go. We need to do everything we can to make sure we know what's going on in Griffin. So we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to see. Ladarian Wooten. So Ladarian Wooten, you're going to come to the front office and get your t-shirt for winning because your mother or your father or somebody in your family filled out the survey of what's in the know. So that's all I have for this week. We had a busy week at Aiden Griffin. Next week is only a 2-day week.
You got to come on Monday.
You got to come on Monday
and Tuesday.
Monday
no
and
virtual
Tuesday.
Monday on this month.
And then after that, we got exams coming up, and you got to come for exams. So we'll talk about that as well. So anything else from y'all?
Nope.
All right. So I hope you have a great week, and thank you very much for viewing.
They missed the Keep Charging Towards Excellence. I'm going to have to email Dr. Payton on that. That was not okay. All right, so let's see what else is happening today. Let me go back to our Monday page. All right, so we're starting our day with our morning meeting. For Unique Learning today, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. We are reading chapter 6 and doing some, so there's comprehension questions in here for today, if you would like to complete them today. And then for PCI 1, both today and tomorrow, we're doing some review activities since it's a short week. For both PCI 1 and 2, Ms. Faulkner's put together some fun, just for review activities to kind of wrap up what we've learned so far this year. So those will be a nice review for us today and tomorrow. And then for ELA, we are finally reading the last chapter of Dragon Wings today, chapter 12. Make sure you don't miss it. You're going to want to read that. And then for news to you, we are reading Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this week, since this week is Thanksgiving. So group 1 and group 2, you guys are both doing the review page. Group 1, you actually also have some think questions in there as well. So make sure you read that because I love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So I thought it was a really interesting article. Miss Bryson is going live today. I have this because normally it's virtual Mondays. I forgot to change that there. So she will be going live at 10:20. And then for Unique Learning, we're working on making change with no borrowing. So we're continuing with those money problems. And then I don't know if she has an Explore Math assignment. Miss Bryson, are you listening? Do you have Explore Math up today? Maybe not. Not sure about that. We will let you guys know in our live video today. Let's see. Yes, okay. Clocks review. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. So there is an Explore Math assignment today. And tomorrow is money review for that. And it's already up, so you guys will see that. And then vocational video today, since it's Monday, that's coming from Miss Bryson. And it'll be posted later today. And like always, complete our daily exit. Anyone have any questions about what's going on today? Alrighty, so it's been a long video this morning since we had Charger Roundup. So we are just going to read our book, our new chapter this morning. Sorry, I had clicked away because I was working on our vocabulary word for the day. I did want to complete that, so let's go ahead and do that actually really quick. Sorry, change of plans. So we are working on, like I said, ancient Mayan and the calendar. So what is a calendar? Who can tell me? I have our definition right here. What is a calendar? A chart.
A chart that shows days, months,
Very good. A chart that shows days, months, and years. So here is a picture of what a calendar might look like. So is a calendar a person, place, or thing, an action word, or a describing word? A noun or a verb? Take a guess for me.
A noun.
A noun. Thank you so much. That is correct. It is a noun. It is a thing. Very good. And last but not least, we're going to roll through this quickly because we all pretty much know what a calendar is. Can we write a sentence using the word calendar?
that shows days, months.
Maybe how do you use a I use a calendar to
A chart that shows days, months, and years.
I was very delayed.
You check the date
I check the date on my calendar. That's a great sentence. Very good. Awesome. All right. Now let's jump over and read our chapter. And of course, we are just spinning, spinning, spinning. Here we go. Here we go. All righty.
Chapter 6, Ancient Maya and the Calendar. At the next display, the class sees headdresses and clay pottery. They also see two large circles that fit together like gears. Dr. Jones asks, does anyone know what ancient community was in Central America?
Does anyone want to take a guess? What ancient community was in Central America? What's our chapter about? What was the title? Yeah.
Calendar
Maya.
that shows days, months, and years.
Lucy says, oh, I have been to a pyramid somewhere in Central America. It was built by the Mayan people. That is correct, says Dr. Jones. The ancient Mayan people lived in Central America in parts of Mexico, Belize, Honduras, and Guatemala. People lived there as much as 4,000 years ago.
All right. 4,000 years ago. Whew, that's a long time.
That pyramid built by the Mayans is very important. There are 4 sides to the pyramid, with 91 steps on each side. The top is the final step. That makes a total of 365 steps. And that is the same number as the amount of days in a year, says Dr. Jones.
Huh. So the pyramid, 91 steps on each side, 4 sides with a total of 365 steps. So that means the pyramid the steps represent every day of the year. How interesting is that?
The ancient Mayan people were one of the first groups of people to make a 365-day calendar. They made the calendar about 2,100 years ago. It had the same number of days that we have on calendars we use today. The Mayan calendar was made in a different way and didn't look the same. It was made in the shape of a circle. That circle fits together with the other 2 circle calendars they used.
So you can see in our image here, like they said, at the beginning of the book, excuse me, it fit together like gears. So this calendar looks nothing like what ours does today, but it had the same idea, had 365 days, just like ours does today. So even though it looks very different, it has a lot of similarities.
The ancient Mayan people watched the stars to make the calendar. They used the calendar to know when to plant and harvest crops. We learn about their crops and culture from how they used the calendar, says Dr. Jones. So, the Mayan calendar was a positive change for the community, says Brent. Today, we still use a calendar to keep track of important events, appointments, and holidays. We still plant crops for food based on the time of year. We have digital calendars that can send us messages to remind us to do things too, says Dr. Jones.
So, like many other of our chapters in our book this month, the Mayan calendar was a positive change for that community. And we still use calendar to keep track of important events, appointments, holidays, and it's a very important tool for us to use. It's something Miss Bryson and I use every single day. We would be lost without our planners and our calendars. So it's important for you to get used to using a calendar and keeping track of things that are going on around you, whether it be at school or at home or maybe work. There's all kinds of different things that you can use a calendar for.
So you see, says Dr. Jones, learning about items used in the past sure does help us today. We can take what the ancient people created and use the ideas to help us today.
So all of these things that we've learned about this month, we can take what those ancient people have created and use those same ideas to help us today. And so that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we will read the chapter again and answer some comprehension questions. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you all for joining on this Monday. I know it's a little bit different Monday since normally it's virtual and we have a lot of face-to-face students today. But I hope you have a great day and we will see you back at 10:25 for Miss Bryson's, or 10:20, excuse me, for Miss Bryson's video. See you all later.